Custom Corner Episode 4 Armpit Platoon. Now, I need to explain a little bit of why this took so long, and you're going to see it with all of the renditions of different types of bodies that I've used for the Armpit Platoon. I've never been super satisfied. I've always loved, though, the idea of Keroro as Saitama from One Punch. So that's what you're seeing. This is actually a 2.0 version. You can see the 1.0 was originally in some shorts, that it was a kit bash made of Toy Biz bodies and just a bunch of Bandai parts too. But this one was actually made with Ant's 112 body articulate. You can find it on Amazon. Then it was a soft goods. Then the belt and hands and everything was from a KO Figma. This is the next body that I tried, and I really started to go with the idea of like a fighter because it was just a cool idea. So I went onto this direction of doing Capcom versus Marvel. So that's why you can see Dororo as X-Men body, and then also you see Giroro as Ken, now as Punisher, because then I started thinking, well, what if I have the regular Capcom crew and everybody else is Marvel that's in the Armpit Platoon? So I went with Captain America for Sergeant Frog, funny enough, different ranking. But I started to think of what was the look that I really liked. Guerrero was tucked in that, I was always going to do Punisher. And Wolverine always made sense for Tamama just because of his rage and everything. But what body worked the best? I really like this one that was when Wolverine was with the more Masa blade. So I thought that one was good. Then you can see all the parts too for the Punisher is actually made of a Venom Mafex and then a Yazoo's arcade studio Punisher. Then Captain America is actually made of the Diamond Select just with SHF joints to get a little bit better movement. So the heads and everything. I've mentioned this before, I think, but it was from a 2006 run of the Armpit Platoon that were kind of like these little Lego-styled figures. And I just collected all of them, kept one body, the accessories that come with them, and then the heads. So you're seeing also Bucky version of Captain America because I thought it looked a little bit better. The X-Men body of Cyclops that I had for Dororo also, the joints failed, and I had a Ryu Hayabusa Revoltech that it was going bad, so I just kind of salvaged and made it work for Dororo. Then also Giroro, he is obviously Iron Man and stealth suit from Mafex. I thought that one was a really good fit. Then I ended up making this Mafex styled cable for Keroro because it made sense for him to be the only anime fan in Marvel, essentially, because what is Cable if not just an anime character in Marvel? And now you're seeing the whole layout of the Marvel team for the Armpit Platoon. So here's a whole layout with the accessories and hands. But alas, the cable body I made didn't really hold out the best that it needed to. So I went with the next option of doing the three, Tamama, Keroro, and Giroro, as almost like for a different game of like SNK or even just kind of some street toughs, doing Guerrero as a style of a character that would be kind of like Duke from AVP Arcade, and then Tamama, I went with just your 80s kung fu like street tough, and then Keroro actually ended up going with a Kenshiro that I had made as an SHF style, which will be covered more in hopefully the next custom corner that I'm going to be calling Kit Bashing and More. So that is it. It's taken 2 years, but that is the Armpit Platoon. I think these Chibibi or micro something of the Armpit Platoon is a very good choice of heads to do if you're wanting to do some custom Sergeant Frog characters. There is the Revoltech styled head, which does go on very easily in most 112 scale bodies if you want, but the head will be too big. So I'll have the short, if you haven't seen it, attached also in here, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!